Currently October 24th, starting to get into the pre-rut stage. I'm hunting right on the front side of a cold front tomorrow morning. It's gonna dip pretty low in temperature. I'm hoping that pushes some deer on their feet. Tonight I'm hunting a ridge where I've seen a ton of acorns dumping down, and I've seen deer in the past during all times of year. So I'm gonna hope I get something to come by me. It's a different parcel. This is the first time I'll be hunting since I shot that doe last week. It's been exactly a week since I got that doe. And I'm gonna be hunting a completely different parcel. And I still have 2 doe tags for the zone I'm going to. So if I get a chance at a doe today, I'll take it. Tomorrow though, I'm gonna be going to that parcel I shot the doe out of. I still have 1 more tag for that area, but since I already took one out of that parcel, I'm not gonna be taking any more out of there. I'm gonna start looking for those bigger bucks in that place. But hopefully, I can make something happen tonight, get on some deer, get some good footage for you. Well, 3:20, finally got set up. Took me a little longer than usual to get set up. Sometimes I kind of dilly-dally while I'm up in my tree, then all of a sudden 30 minutes have passed and I'm like, dang, my bow isn't even in my tree yet. Maybe I should get that done. But pretty confident in this spot right now. The place that I'm in has changed pretty drastically over the past year or so that I haven't hunted it. This place got logged pretty heavily like a couple years ago before I even found it in the first place. And that made for some pretty large open areas. But now that it's been a bit of time, those open areas have turned into super, super thick, like undergrowth and like super high sapling count. I'm kind of expecting that to host some bedding at this point. I'm in this little valley right now, and to either side of me there's some pretty thick cover. So I'm hoping they're gonna come from in front of me and work down into this valley. If they come from behind me, that's not gonna be very good because I got a north wind blowing right down this valley. So I'm kind of banking on that, but from the times that I have hunted in this spot, they've always come from further down in front and walked up. In addition to this being a pretty good funnel, I'm still hearing some acorns falling around me. And I mean, right now it's the 24th, and by the time you hit late October, if you can still find some good acorn producing trees, it's a pretty good magnet for deer. So I'm gonna give it a little while right now. Got a good 3-ish hours of shooting light, but I haven't been deer hunting in a week. Feels good to be back up in a tree. Damn, that thing's strong. Dude, what is going on? I'm so confused. What the hell is going on? Dude, what? What are they doing? I might take one of these if it stops right next to me. There's a big doe down there. It's a big old doe. I think it's 3 yearlings and a doe. I'm just so confused what they're doing. Dude, what? I'm so confused. I'm so goddamn confused. I don't know what the hell that was. What just happened? I still see him down there. Coming back. I want to say there's a big buck down there that was chasing the mature doe. And its 3 yearlings got kicked out and started running from it. One of the yearlings is crossing right down here. See if I can get onto it for you. There he goes. I see the other yearling over that way. I just want to see if there's a buck pushing him around or something. Yep, I see him down there. 2 of them. Going off running again. I don't know what they're doing. I think there's 3 down there right now. Dude, he's booking it again. Where is this deer going? 2 of them. Dude, something weird is going on down there. I think it might be a big buck or something. I see 3 deer right now. I think it might be the mom and 2 yearlings. Fighting, what the hell? If one of these gives me a very close 20-yard shot or under, I might take one. This one in the back keeps looking back. I'm wondering if maybe there's a big buck or something. They're gonna fight again. Oh, big doe coming. Another doe, tons of does coming in. Well, the second deer you can see I hit pretty good. I saw that one go down. It died within like 15, 20 seconds. The first one I hit, I thought I hit it pretty good initially, but rewatching the footage, I realized I shot way too low. I think probably got nervous or excited or something, and I pulled a little too early. I used to have a tendency to pull my bow sight down like the second after I shot so I could see where the arrow hit. I thought I got over that, but I think I probably just did it again. I'm gonna have to watch the GoPro footage. Secondly, I thought that deer was at 20 yards. I had ranged it beforehand. It said 20 yards, but I think I got a part of the bush that was right in front of it because I was standing right where I shot it and it said 25, which shouldn't make a huge difference, but that, in addition to me probably pulling that shot, don't think it ended well. But I'm gonna have to go in there and look around some more. I didn't look for too long. I just hope either I didn't hit it good at all and that thing's walking around and living just fine, or if I did hit it, I hope I got a good amount of whatever I needed to and that thing's dead. I thought there's potential. I thought I might have heard it crash. I definitely didn't hear it run away, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and look. I just really don't feel good about that shot. Well, I just did an entire interview before realizing my mic wasn't on, but here is that little deer I got. It's actually a buck, but its horns ain't growing yet. I said before, the reason I decided to shoot this one was I had those 2 mature does come in. There was about 6 or 7 yearlings that came along with them, and so my first priority was getting one of those mature does. If none of those mature does would have given me a shot tonight, I wouldn't have shot anything. But that one was at 20 yards, right where I thought it was gonna walk through at. So I decided to shoot at that one. Like I said before, I think I must have dropped my bow a little once I released the arrow, and that changed the trajectory a little bit, but I really thought I hit it pretty good when I shot it because it was stumbling around. It looked like it was about to go down. And then this one hadn't moved at all. It was probably like 10 yards away from my tree. And I decided since there were so many of these yearlings in here, I would take one of them, because really you don't want a ton of young deer on any given property. They're just gonna eat most of the food that's there. They're not gonna have any older ones make it into that older age class. So I decided to take one of these just to help with that younger age class population issue that I thought seemed to be there. But I'm glad I can make a good shot on this guy, and he didn't really suffer at all. He went down right after I shot him, but I'm gonna gut this one out, get all that done, and then I'm gonna go try and track that doe. I'm sure I hit it. I know I didn't miss, but I'm not sure how good I hit it. I don't know, I'm not sure about that one. I'm gonna look around a bit tonight. If I can't find it tonight, I'm gonna come back here late morning tomorrow, see if I can find anything. Well, it's been a couple days since that night, that hunt. Did not find that other doe. I looked for it for about 2.5 hours the following day. There was very little blood. I found a little bit, but it wasn't enough to make me think that deer was dead or like critically injured. There was a couple things I saw in the shot as well. Like I said before, it was a little bit further than I thought it was. I have a tendency to kind of go for like a high hard shot, and I think now I'm gonna change that a little bit and just go for lungs. There's more room for error there. If you miss a hard shot and you shoot low, you're typically not making a very good shot on that animal. But on that shot, I was aiming where I typically do, and you can see on the video it definitely hit low, but once I got it on my big screen, I could see that I actually hit the bush that was directly in front of my arrow, and I think that deflected it a little bit and probably changed its trajectory. I actually did find the back half of my arrow. My arrow is broken in half. I never found the front half with the broadhead on it, but you can see in that replay that the back half of my arrow kind of splits off, but where it hits, it's like at a weird angle, definitely not at all where I shot it from. And you can see as that deer is jumping away, you can kind of see what I think is the front half of my arrow sticking out of her. It definitely did not penetrate very much, and I think one of two things happened. Either I hit her just on the back of her front leg, or I hit her pretty low, kind of almost where the ribs connect to the sternum, and I didn't have enough energy after my arrow hit that bush to make it through that, which I guess is a good thing. I think that deer is 100% gonna live. You could see she ran away. She was limping a bit, but she was using that leg fine, walking around. She probably ended up bedding down after that and sitting there overnight.
And by now I'm betting that wound is probably healed, but that's definitely a shot that I should be making like very consistently. I think it was a 25 yarder. So I think in the future I'm gonna double check my ranges and aim more for center mass, like almost where the V of their shoulder comes up. That way I have a little room both going up and down. If I don't hit exactly where I want, I'll still get a good vital shot. But kind of is what it is. When you're hunting, you learn some lessons the hard way. I've never had a bush really deflect any of my arrows, but after watching that back, I think that's definitely what happened, because I didn't drop my bow after shooting or anything. So I guess now I know. Confirm your ranges and watch out for bushes. I just thought where I was aiming, her vitals were past where that bush was. So I don't know, kind of just a tough situation there. But again, I think that deer is fine. I'll probably end up seeing her later this season, but I did use one antlerless deer tag on that yearling buck. I ended up getting a pretty good amount of meat off him. I already butchered the whole thing and processed it myself. So I am happy about that. And I feel a little bit better knowing that that doe is probably still living and not critically injured or anything like that. But yeah, so I got one zone 10 doe tag left and I got one zone 9 doe tag left, and I still have both of my antlerless tags. So hopefully, if everything goes well, I have 4 deer on the ground by the end of December. In Massachusetts, you can buy unlimited zone 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tags, I think. But usually I get 2 for zone 9, 2 for zone 10, and then plus my 2 antlered tags. That's definitely enough deer for the year for me. Over the course of a year, I do eat all those deer. Nothing really goes to waste. But I know if I start buying unlimited and shooting 10 deer, I won't be able to eat all of that in a year. So I keep it to 6. That's still a lot of deer, but I don't want to shoot more than I'm going to end up eating. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Appreciate if you left me a like if you did. Still plenty of season left. Currently it's October 27th, and this is around the time where things start getting good in the woods. So I'm very excited for that to happen. But cold front's rolling through. It's gonna be super cold tomorrow morning, which I'm gonna head out for. Gonna see if I can't put a nice buck on the ground. But again, thank you guys for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, keep up with the season. I am posting duck videos as well. But thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one.